Okay, so Daniela, why exactly did you think you needed a new computer?
So before this, I knew that it was dead, so I plugged it in while Jillian and I were watching some TV and eating and stuff. And I open it up to set up my camera and stuff and make sure it's charging, whatever. It is at 1%. And it had been plugged in for like a good amount of time. Like usually it would be to like at least 30% by then. And so I unplugged. I had my mic and everything like already plugged into it. I unplugged my mic to like see if maybe that was like pulling the battery source somehow. I don't know. Um, and that wasn't it. It was still at 1%. I ended up like it's still on the same outlet, but on the top one instead of the bottom one, and now it's charging.
Maybe one of your ports is messed up.
Yeah, probably all the outlets here are kind of janky.
They are.
But it scared me for a minute because it was like it was at 1% for like a long amount of time.
Mm.
And I was like,
I'm
oh
glad it was the
no.
outlet and not your computer.
So am I. I
Jillian knows
also,
about buying last minute computers.
yeah, I
Yeah.
just went in and checked my battery health
Expensive.
and stuff, and it says it's normal, so
Well, there you go. Don't have to buy a computer then.
no, just need to buy a new apartment.
Just need a new place.
Yeah.
Well, when we did our inspection for the house, um, the inspector was like, obviously, I'm not moving all this furniture around to check every single outlet. So there's probably one outlet that doesn't work. He said, don't sue me. But he's like, all the outlets that I did check do work and are fine. So it's probably the
That's
one
good.
behind the couch that you'll never actually use. That's the problem. I
Yeah,
was like,
probably because like someone plugged
perfect.
something in back there and then it got yanked out and they couldn't reach back down there to plug anything in anyways.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, if it's in a really inconvenient spot, we're probably not going to use it that often. So,
Yeah,
but janky outlets. At least you solved your puzzle.
thankfully, yeah.
Well, before we talk about your birthday, let's get into it. Let's do our introduction. Last week, we waited for like a good 10, 20 minutes.
Yeah.
We had a full conversation before. So here's our introduction. Welcome to the Pocket Friends podcast. We are your hosts. I'm Miranda.
I'm Daniela.
And I'm Jillian.
And first, we want to do kind of a recap of our weekend because I feel like a lot of things happened this weekend, starting first and foremost with Daniela's birthday. You
Woo.
are now the next year older.
Yeah.
You had your Taylor Swift birthday.
Yes, I
22.
did.
How do you
How was
feel?
it?
Yeah.
I feel exactly the same. I was telling Dylan, I don't even feel 21, let alone 22, so
What
that's
age
not
do you feel? Like what do you feel?
like maybe 20. See, but here's my problem. After like COVID, I for a couple of years I didn't feel like I was aging.
I
I
agree.
felt like frozen in time somehow. And I
Yeah.
think a lot of people probably felt that way, but like so like now I'm like a couple of years behind, I feel like.
Yeah. I felt 23 for forever.
Yeah.
Like time wasn't didn't feel like it was really moving.
Mhm.
Jillian, did you feel that way too?
I don't know. So I turned 21 during the COVID time. And like my 21st birthday, we did have a birthday party. It was kind of like a low-key event, but like it didn't feel like the milestone that I feel like it's supposed to feel like. But I don't know that I felt like I was still 20.
I feel like it only feels like a milestone really if you drink.
Well, I did drink.
Yeah, but you're not a drinker. Like you don't
Yeah,
normally
I
drink.
didn't I didn't care about
Yeah.
reaching the
So
legal age.
that's why it's like it probably didn't feel as much of a milestone for you because drinking is not something you normally do.
Also, like, neither one of us got drunk or anything on our 21st birthday. Like, we
Well,
No.
didn't go crazy at all. Like, we.
that would be 2 out of 3 of this bunch then.
You were there for mine. I only had one
I
drink.
know. Yeah, and you were like, "Ew, alcohol. How do you make this non-alcoholic?"
Yeah. Well, we also didn't have the best alcohol for mixing. We weren't using vodka when we should have been using vodka.
I blame Carly.
I know the resident bartender, and she made meh drinks.
Yeah. So, I don't know. I fully understand though, like the stall almost of COVID, like it really froze us in time for a few years.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't feel
Yeah.
like like I'm, 29 now, but I still feel like I'm like 26 or 27.
Yeah.
Like I don't
Like
feel 29.
it's almost like 2 years behind is how you feel.
Yeah.
Like when you like turn a new age, you almost feel like almost exactly 2 years younger than what you're supposed to be.
Yeah.
It's a weird phenomenon, I guess.
Jillian, do you feel like you're going to
I
turn
don't
26?
know. Definitely not 26. I don't feel adult enough to be in my mid 20s.
I don't feel
How old
adult
do
enough
you,
to be turning 30, so I get it.
Jillian? Jillian, how old do you feel right now?
Like
24?
23?
Yeah. See, that's
Two
accurate.
years behind.
Yeah.
But like, I don't even really know what 23 necessarily feels like, you know? Like, I was like, it just feels like I shouldn't be in college anymore. But I don't
That
feel like I
yes, that's
should be in
that's
my
the
mid
feeling. Like
20s.
it's a weird feeling because it's like we were on like a limbo.
Yeah. And Jillian, I feel like yours is stalled even more because you went straight from undergrad to grad school.
Yeah,
So you didn't get to
just
like
prolonged it.
start your career. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I feel like a child in my career right now.
Don't we all? Don't we all?
Especially in my office where I'm like so young compared to everyone else.
Yeah. That's true. You are young by quite a bit. I thankfully work with like people in their 30s, so it doesn't feel I'm still the baby of the group, but I'm not quite as baby as you are.
What a nice change for you from being the old lady of the group.
Shot through the
Okay.
heart. Jeez.
Sorry, I just
Calling
saw
me
the chance. I had to
grandma.
take it.
No, it's okay. All my law school friends would take all the shots and call me old every chance they got.
You know, I feel like you started the ancient joke.
What, the ancient document?
Yeah, that's like where it all stemmed from.
No, I surely did not. I
Probably,
guarantee you it was Ann
probably
Darby.
what you guys are talking about.
It probably. There's a rule in evidence that a document that's so old is considered an ancient document, and so the court can just recognize it without needing to validate it. And it's Miranda's birth certificate falls in that time period.
Yeah, it was like anything before 1998. And I obviously was born before 1998. And so they were like, "Ah, Miranda, your birth certificate's an ancient document."
Oh my
And
gosh.
then I just got called old for a long time. But anywho, speaking of birthdays, Daniela, what did you get for your birthday?
um, so my dad got me pecan pralines,
That's cute.
pecan syrup,
What do you eat pecan syrup with?
waffles, pancakes. What do you eat syrup with?
I guess. Some
And
people put it in their coffee.
pecan butter.
Mmm. That sounds delicious.
So that's all what my dad got me. My
What is that
grandparents.
from?
It's from Milliken Pecan Company. Since 1868 or 1888. I can't really tell. It's really tiny. My grandparents sent me a card with $50.
How sweet.
Um, Ken's got me,
Cute.
and you've got me.
So excited
I
about
guess I
that.
should be saying Ken's got me F1 Legos, McLaren, and Ferrari. And Miranda got me 2026 Formula Fanatic Race Guide and Stat Tracker.
Yeah, so we can keep up with all of our
Pretty fun.
races. And then we can remember too when we're like debating of how many races so
Yeah.
and so won or who was in the top or whatever.
My mom got me some navy blue Beats headphones.
Fancy.
And these headphones connect to the TV for some reason.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah,
Very
so
interesting.
she
That
can
would be
watch
perfect
TV.
when Jillian's working from home.
That's what I
Yeah.
said. So this is kind of just my gag gift because my real gift didn't get there in time, but it's being mailed to me here instead. Leah got me this really cute box from Hobby Lobby, and
Cute.
the box was part of the gift, the original gift. But then Jacob picked me out a shark bubblegum shooter as a placeholder present for the present that didn't get there in time.
That's funny.
And then my sister got me this Kindle case
Love.
and this Kindle.
And the Kindle for the case.
Yeah,
Is that, wait, hold on, open it up.
two can play.
Ah, I've read that one.
Allie Hazelwood. It's being suggested to me.
Yeah, I got her the ad version of the Paperwhite Kindle.
That's what I got you too.
I know.
And she also got me Hand Speed Challenge. It looks like this. These magnet in and then they fall down and you gotta catch them.
Have you played it yet?
Yep.
How are you?
I was not very good the first couple times. Also, though, the first couple times, I don't know if this is with all of these or if it's just like we got kind of a wonky one, but you have to put the stakes into a certain spot or else they won't fall
Oh,
for whatever reason. So we
Like
numbered all the
sometimes
spots.
the
We used a
magnet doesn't
Sharpie and we
work.
numbered all the spots and then we numbered all the sticks. So whatever number is on the stick, that's what spot it has to go into.
okay.
But once we figured that out, I caught like what, Jillian, 4 of 6?
Mm-hmm.
How do you catch them? Because I feel like there's one way to do it that's cheating, and then the way that you're actually supposed to do it.
I might do the
I
cheating
did
way
it like
because I've
this.
been 6 for
Jillian
6.
cupped her hand underneath
That's cheating.
and you
But
catch
you
them
have
by the
to grab them
bottom.
one at a time because my
No,
family was
yeah.
trying to grab it like by grabbing them like with two hands.
Oh, we only played the easy mode so far.
Okay. Well, whatever you do, you have to like grab one at a time and drop it. And then or like whatever. Um and you can't grab it, you try and attack it with two hands because that it's about, one hand.
I'm pretty good.
Oh, and my present that didn't get here in time from Leah is silk pillowcases. I don't know what
Ooh.
design yet, but
And you also got a present from Ashley.
oh yeah, Ashley sent me $10
How
to get
sweet.
a treat.
A sweet treat.
And we had Chinese for dinner. We DoorDashed it, which is the only food we ever DoorDash, in case you're wondering. And we had bundt cakes
Mmm.
as my dessert.
Then we watched
Love.
the Olympics.
The opening.
We didn't watch the opening
No.
ceremony. Mm-hmm.
While we ate,
Friday
we watched
night.
the Olympics.
Yep.
Oh, okay. I thought we watched Charmed. Oh no, that was the next day as our backup plan since we couldn't go shopping.
Yeah. It snowed on her birthday.
Yeah, just for me.
How magical.
Um, and then
It
it
That
really
was
probably
was.
like
I
happens
was like
pretty
sitting
often.
on the couch and then I looked out the window and I'm like, oh my gosh, it's snowing.
it snowed. It was coming down so heavy that I got to leave work early to come home early for her birthday.
Yeah. We got at least like half an inch, right?
Yeah.
Nice. So, transitioning then, you've watched the Olympics a little bit. I've seen things, but I haven't watched and sat like whole bits of it. So, what have you watched so far? What have you liked?
Mostly just figure skating, men's.
Well, we watched the team event.
Mm-hmm.
So that had pairs, then women, men,
We didn't
and
watch the women
rhythmic.
though.
No, and we didn't watch the rhythmic dancing one.
Okay.
Um,
Dog hair. My nose.
You do have a dog, so it's not
but
surprising.
that was all very good. It was a close race, but US won the
Mm-hmm.
team. Um, and then we were just like looking through all the sports because we're like, I don't really know what all the winter sports are. Um, and one of them is the biathlon, which we didn't know
What is
much
that?
about. It's like cross country skiing plus shooting.
Oh, yes. Alec was telling me about this.
It like started as a military training proficiency sport. Like the Swiss are really good at it.
That's kind of funny.
But like the US is an underdog in it, and there's this whole documentary about like how this is the one winter sport they haven't won a medal in yet. So they're trying this year. We haven't watched any of the biathlon though.
That's kind of funny. The US
Yeah.
is like, gosh darn it, we're gonna do this. We're gonna win a medal in it.
Yeah,
Mm.
we watched the little like 44-minute documentary thing last night.
Hmm.
It was probably not the most well done documentary, but it was
So you wouldn't
interesting.
recommend?
No, I would recommend it.
It
It has
gives you,
like
it
the
fills you in on what the
facts
sport
and
is
yeah.
Okay.
and like who the big
It was
players
it
are.
was mostly just like the editing and transitioning that was kind of like
It was a
felt
low budget
yeah,
production.
felt low budget.
They didn't have Stranger Things money?
No.
But we also learned about skimo, which is the new event this year.
Hmm.
It's ski mountaineering,
Okay.
which is you basically like hike up the mountain and then you ski down it, which sounds awful
It
because you're
does.
hiking in your ski boots.
Yeah. Sounds dangerous.
Could not be me.
Par for the course
Absolutely
of
not.
the Winter Olympic sports.
Yeah, they're all like dangerous,
Yeah.
weird things. Like I'm like, I don't know how this became a sport. Like, so there's the skeleton the luge, and the luge is like laying on your back,
Mm-hmm.
basically on a sled, and then the skeleton is doing the same thing but head first on your stomach.
Yep.
And it's just like going 70 miles
Fast.
an hour down the
Yeah.
mountain.
Terrifying. I saw somebody
It's
post on
we
Threads.
say you say terrifying, but now we weren't on like nearly as big a mountain as these people are. But we did go snow tubing. When was that, Jillian? A couple years ago.
Last, not, oh yeah, 2 years.
Um, and we invented a contest of like you had to lay as flat as you could with your stomach in the air to see who could go the fastest down the little mountain that they had into the barrier
Yeah.
at the
So
like
the
other
place
end
we
of
went
the
to
there's like a gravel
had,
thing that's supposed to like slow you down once you get off, and like
Mm-hmm.
our goal is to like have so much momentum from coming down that we slide through all the gravel and hit the barrier, that like when you hit the barrier, like that's the parking lot.
Oh my
it
gosh.
is.
Like after the barrier, it's the parking lot, and it's a drop
So
down to the parking lot because you have to walk up stairs to get even to the base of the hill.
So
But
we
it
had
was
this
fun.
ski app that we were using like throughout the day while we were skiing that tells you like how fast you're going down the slope. So we're
Yeah.
using this to get our speed on the like tubing part. And our dad was like, he's getting up there. He's
Yeah.
like, I think he maybe got up to 30.
Wow.
Yeah, he was actually like weirdly good at it, like so randomly.
He lays so flat. It's so funny. But he would
I
be
was
great at
just
the luge.
Yeah.
Well, I was cracking up because someone on Threads posted about like, oh, it's like, oh, me watching the Summer Olympics. Like, oh yeah, I could do that. That sounds fun. Me
Yeah.
watching the Winter Olympics, I would die if I tried any of these
Yeah.
things. Like, they're just not made like these are very niche, specialized fields, I feel like.
They're a lot more dangerous, definitely,
Yeah,
than the summer sports. And they're also just like
they're not
weird.
breakdancing.
No. But it's also like, who decided this was like we needed to compete in this activity?
Isn't it true that I feel like some sports get created because former Olympians get like aged out or like can't compete in the sport that they originally competed in anymore. And so they're still wanting to go to the Olympics though. And so they find some other thing that they can do.
Probably. I mean, in the documentary we were watching, it was talking about like how these people are discovering the sport at 25. And this one girl, she was a cross country skier and she was like competing as both a cross country skier and in the biathlon. And they're like, she has
Wow.
to make a choice eventually.
Yeah, well, so this cross country skier, she is actually part of this program. It's called like Project X or something like that.
That was a camp she went to.
X Team, something like that, where they pull cross country skiers and then like teach them the
How to
shooting
shoot.
stuff
Okay.
for biathlon. But like, so she was pulled into biathlon later, like this year, it sounded like, right? Maybe last year.
Oh, she's been training in it for like a year.
Yeah. But she does have the cross country background. So
Gotcha.
she is good at the cross country side. But then this other guy, he's like 25 or something. Or like found it at 25 or something, he said.
Hmm.
Hmm. Yeah.
So,
Okay.
So
and then there's
basically,
also
what
like
I
one
learned.
guy, there is also one guy who's been doing it forever. So like really you could like there's a wide spectrum for it.
So what I learned was like Winter versus Summer Olympics. Winter Olympics, you can kind of just go find the sport right now. And a lot of them are like, we're looking for really good athletes to do these weird things. And the Summer Olympics, it's like start training when you're 2, and
Yeah.
you'll maybe be able to get on the team.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which is why barely anyone realizes that the Winter Olympics are going on and everyone always watches all of the Summer Olympics.
Yeah. Well, the team figure skating event was happening during the Super Bowl. And it was like, we just won gold and nobody cares.
Yeah. It was like who planned that, really?
Yeah.
I know. Should have canceled the Super Bowl.
It was kind of boring anyways.
It was.
Honestly. I did think that was wild that the Super Bowl and the Olympics like were on the same weekend.
Well, it happens
Yeah.
every 4 years.
I know, but I can't believe that like this didn't the Super Bowl used to be in a different week?
What do you mean? It's always in February.
I
Yeah.
know, but they switched it to a different week.
I don't know.
Because it was always near my birthday. It was never on my birthday.
It's been on your birthday before.
As long as I've remembered it, it's always been like the second weekend of February or the first
I
weekend
mean,
of
I guess it
February.
wasn't on my birthday this year, but like you get my point.
Yeah.
Yeah. It
But
was apparently though a really good weekend for all the Ilias of the world. Ilia figure skaters or Ilias on ice because heated rivalry apparently has surpassed 10.6 million people, I think, watching the TV show.
Wow.
Something crazy.
It just got onto HBO Max, and like now the European people can watch it.
Well, it's been on HBO Max, but I think it's now getting onto like European, like other countries. It's
Yeah,
getting
because
onto
I
theirs.
know I know like France just got access to it.
Yeah. So it's gonna get even crazier.
We still gotta
And then
watch it.
obviously, Ilya,
Yeah.
the figure skater, had an incredible time at the Olympics.
Yeah. It was okay, so he's like called the Quad God, right? I also learned he gave himself the name, which is funny. Um, but during the short program, he came in second. And I was
Hmm.
like, I thought this guy was supposed to dominate. And then he like got the gold by an inch at like the free skate portion. And then today we just watched the men's short program. We haven't watched the free skate yet for the individual medal. And I was like, okay, this is like the Ilya I've been hearing about, where he's like
Dominating.
actually, yeah, well, just like the level of difficulty. So I was really impressed with him during the free skate for the team event because he messed up one of his jumps and like lost a ton of points, like of
Yeah,
difficulty and stuff. But then he added it in on his next pass.
I
They're
love
like, oh,
that.
he doesn't normally do that. Like he added it in. And I was like, oh, cool. Good
Yeah.
job. So,
Yeah, it seemed like he was able to kind of improvise or like add in things when he thought that he could do it and that were cool.
yeah. And I'm just really counting on these commentators to tell me
Oh
how
yeah.
impressive it is because they're like, nobody else could ever do that. And I was like, okay.
You're like, I trust you 100% because I do not follow this sport normally.
They're like, that's insane that he just did that. And I was like, okay.
Yeah, also the amount of times that we have heard the triple Lutz
No,
is
the
the
quad
second
lutz.
hardest.
The quad lutz is the second hardest quad of all.
Yeah.
Because
What's the
nobody
hardest one?
else. The
No,
axle.
the 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 quad Lutz is the hardest one. That's the only one Ilya can do. The triple Lutz.
It's a quad. It has to be a quad to be the second hardest quad. So it's the quad axle or something.
Oh. Well,
I
obviously
think it,
it doesn't
I thought
stick.
it was the quad lutz. Was the
Obviously, it
second
didn't
hardest one
stick
of
for
all.
me because they said it about 100 times, but they were like, the quad, whatever, is the second hardest jump. Like, anytime someone did it, they would say that.
Obviously, we don't know much about figure skating. We enjoy watching
We're
it,
learning.
but we don't know
We're
anything about
learning.
it.
I learned a fall is only when they actually hit, like their butt has to touch the ice. Otherwise, it doesn't count as a fall. They'll lose points on execution,
Yeah.
but for a fall, they get a penalty, like a -1 penalty. Because some people were mad about Ilya, and they're like, he fell. And then, like, some pros in the comments were like, actually, it wasn't a fall.
Yeah, genius. It wasn't a fall.
So I'm learning,
Cool.
having fun.
Did you watch anything else Olympic wise?
No, we're gonna watch snowboarding. That's Daniela's favorite. I'm curious about skate
It's
or
not
not
my
skateboarding,
favorite. It's not
snowboarding. Did
my
I say skateboarding?
favorite, but I particularly like the snowboarding when they're like on the, is that a half pipe?
The, that's one of them. Yeah.
And they're doing the flips in the air.
Cool.
I don't really care about them coming down the mountain.
Um, I was keeping up with Lindsey Vaughn. She was
Mhm.
doing just the skiing,
Yeah,
and she crashed out. She's out.
she's out.
I
She
was
broke
I
her leg.
was. It was insane that she was even skiing with her torn ACL.
I know.
I was like, "Are you trying to lose your leg?" Like I get it because it's like the Olympics, and
I know. And I'm sure it was probably it maybe in her mind, I'm not sure exactly if this was her idea, if she was like, "Oh, this is going to be my last time doing this," or what. But man, yeah, that was sad.
Yeah. So upsetting she didn't get the comeback, but
Yeah, and I hope her leg heals okay and doesn't cause
yeah.
permanent damage.
Yeah.
Gosh, that would suck. And I heard something like there was like multiple um people flown off of the hills. Like multiple people have gotten injured so bad that they've had to be flown out.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
know at least two people were airlifted out, like that I've seen.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm positive there's more, but
That's the other thing about the summer versus the winter is like I'm pretty sure in the last Winter Olympics somebody died, and that just doesn't happen in the Summer Olympics.
No, it's a lot less dangerous, I feel like. Yikes.
So,
Scurry.
well, because probably the most dangerous sport in the Summer Olympics is gymnastics.
potentially
I'm about to look this up. Hold on.
the most dangerous sport. I know a girl from Great Britain fell on her neck during Rio, and everybody was like, hold up, pause. It was like a huge deal. She was fine. Like, I think she broke her neck, but like, she didn't die.
Was she paralyzed or anything?
I don't think so. But that's like the last time I remember seeing something crazy. But I really only watch gymnastics and like running events.
It says the BMX racing.
That would be
The bike.
Oh
dangerous.
yeah, I
Yeah.
forgot about the BMX.
That seems to be the most dangerous sport because the injury rate is crazy.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Oh, here's the highest injury rates for the summers. We have BMX racing, taekwondo, football,
Soccer.
I guess, mountain bike
Be-
racing, boxing. So, yeah, a lot of those ones.
I also think like rugby, you get knocked around a lot. And then,
Yeah. Do you want to know what the safest is?
Hmm.
yes.
Kayaking slash canoeing. Oh, and the second is shooting.
For most dangerous or safest?
Safest.
Yeah, they're just
Probably
I
because
shooting at
there's so many
is
targets.
because
regulations and
they're
rules.
only shooting at the targets. They're not
They're not
like
shooting each other.
Yeah. So I guess people are pretty careful when they have guns in their hands in other countries.
yeah.
I'll be coming to
Well,
LA
also
this
also
next
most people who like actually like respect a gun
are careful.
Yeah.
are
They're
careful
they're
when they're
safe about
using
it.
one.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
mentally people who uh, like
The
don't
bad
even know
people,
anything about gun safety. Yeah.
or yeah. Anywho, yeah, that's kind of funny. Um, but yeah, I guess BMX racing that kind of equates to some of the like snowboarding and skiing and things like that. I can get that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll also need to watch the bobsled competition because
Yeah,
during the
with Mika.
practice, yeah, the US like three of the four guys did not make it in the bobsled.
So during the practice, they were like doing their running start, and they were all jumping in. The front seat guy got in, the guy who like steers or whatever he does up there. He got in, and then the other three like jumped in, and I guess they hit each other or something. All of them fell out,
Yikes.
and then only the front guy was in it. So then he's like flying down with not none of this extra weight, and he's like like even more
Oh
like crazy
no.
than he would have normally been. And then he gets to the end and he like jumps back 3 seats to get to the brake so
Oh
that he can
yeah.
stop.
Poor
And
guy.
then all of them were like immediately x-rayed and all sorts of stuff.
I would be panicking if I was that guy.
Yeah. That would be a bad place to be.
Yeah. Mm.
Not very
Any other Olympic news? I haven't watched much. I'm not gonna lie.
No, we need to watch more.
The problem is there's so much and they're so long.
Yeah.
So like you kind of just have to pick what you're gonna watch. You can't watch everything unless you like are retired.
Yeah. I'm busy.
We've gotten really committed to figure skating. Like we've also heard like the background stories of a lot of the men competing because we've been focusing on Ilya.
Yeah.
And like there's this one guy from Italy who the commentators keep talking about how he doesn't have a chance for a medal, but this guy's like giving it his all, and I'm just like,
Aw.
he's really trying, and he was so excited. He like started crying during the team event after he finished. I'm
Well,
just
his
like,
That's so
team
this
ended
guy's
sweet.
really
third,
trying.
didn't they?
Yeah, they did. They got third,
Yeah.
so he did get a medal in the team event.
He did get a medal.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
Aw.
also saw the
That's sweet.
guy who he's the last guy to have beat Ilya.
Mm-hmm.
And like the last time Ilya lost was in 2023, which is
Wow.
crazy.
That is crazy.
But we got to see him compete, and he did really good. And then the commentators
Yeah.
were like, "This is the best routine he's ever done. He's really trying out here." And I was like, "Okay."
Really
And then
putting
to
it
be
all on the
Commentators,
ice.
I could never like I would have to watch it on mute because the stuff the commentators say is like so
Wild.
backhanded,
Oh,
especially
so
when
yeah.
they mess up,
like yeah.
they're like,
Like they have no courtesy for the fact that like these people might want to watch their game tape essentially later and like are gonna hear the comments that are being made about them.
yeah. Especially when they mess up, the comments are brutal.
Yeah.
Well, aren't a lot of the commentators former
They are.
athletes?
They are, but
Yeah.
that doesn't like really give them an excuse to talk like that about people.
It's
It's
pretty
just a
funny,
toxic
but
environment.
it's
Yeah,
pretty
it
funny.
is.
But if I was the athlete, I would never be able to go back and rewatch the footage if I knew I messed up.
Do you think they actually watch it though with the comments on? Because I feel
Probably
like they
not.
watch it back and they just watch like their performance and then their coach is like yelling at them or telling them that they did a good job here or that, and,
They
their
probably
coach is probably
also
critiquing.
they probably also have their like own
Yeah,
footage somewhere,
probably.
like their own camera.
Yeah.
There's so many cameras on the side. Surely one of them belongs to the actual athlete.
Yep. Mm. I would like to watch more of it, but it sounds like a lot of watching.
Well, yeah, it is.
We skipped some
We
today.
skipped quite a bit for the men's
There's
short
how
program.
many were there, Jillian?
There was like, there could be three people from each country. I don't know if there necessarily was three from each. But you had to be in the top 25 to move on to the free skate. So there's more than 25 people competing.
We
Yeah.
watched the first like five and then skipped to the end and watched the last five.
Yep, that sounds like a lot of time that I don't have, but happy it's
Because
going on.
also,
Excited to get the
also the other
recaps.
thing is that they save the best for last, and like so Ilya's always last or second to last. So you have to watch everything or skip through people.
Yeah, that's just
We
marketing.
skipped. Well, it's also for the sake of the athlete, so that they know like what score they need to get
Yeah.
to be where they want to be, which is fine. But like, if who I'm watching is at the very end, I'm not necessarily going to watch everybody before him, depending on how many there are.
So, what about the other big event of the weekend, as we've already mentioned, the Super
The
Bowl?
Super Bowl. Honestly, I was pretty disappointed in the game. I had no, like, I really didn't care which team won, Seahawks or Patriots. Um, but I at least wanted the game to be interesting. And
It wasn't.
so we stopped watching a little after halftime because we had to drive back. And at the time that we stopped watching, all that had been scored was 3 field goals.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm gonna be so mad if this game is just field goals.
It did get a little more interesting, I will say, by the fourth quarter, but because I watched until a little bit into the fourth quarter, and I remember I honestly wasn't really watching the game. I was reading, and I would look up for the commercials. But I went upstairs, and as I was walking up the stairs, my dad was like, "Oh, this might turn interesting. This might turn interesting." Oh, never mind.
Too late.
Seattle's gonna win.
I at least saw that like the Patriots scored some points.
Yeah,
The
they did.
Seahawks actually scored some goals.
Yeah, everyone actually scored a
So
couple goals in the second half.
Well, so
that was something.
where we went, we got there earlier than the actual Super Bowl started, so we were watching the Puppy Bowl. The Puppy Bowl was
It's very
way
good.
more interesting than the actual Super Bowl.
It usually is.
There was a three-legged dog that scored a goal.
Oh, how cute.
Like they had a nap cam, and there was one little puppy that was like hiding in the corner because he got scared.
Oh, puppies.
They're so cute.
It was actually so good. And then like
Yeah.
sometimes they'd pick up a toy and like get almost there, and then turn around, and we're like, oh no!
That's funny.
Like there was way more stake in that than there was in the actual game.
Um, I know you guys didn't watch this, but I watched the pre-show. I watched Green Day, and I was like,
Yes.
wow, these guys are kind of old, but they sounded really good.
I
No, no,
heard that.
no.
I heard they sounded good.
They sounded really good, honestly. I was impressed.
Good. Yeah, I thought they were doing like something before the halftime show or like something with Bad Bunny, and I was watching the halftime show and I'm like, where's Green Day?
Yeah, when it said Green Day and Bad Bunny at first, I was like, wait a second. But then I realized, yeah, before. But
That's
I also saw that it only took them like 8 minutes to set up the halftime show.
because people were in the grass
Yeah,
running
Yeah.
out.
It's because it was mostly a grass set and it was people inside of the grass.
I love how excited those people are. I'm so glad that those people are getting their 5 minutes of fame because how just fun to be like, look, I was at the Super Bowl. I was part of the Super Bowl halftime show.
With their
And I
heads
heard
sticking out of the grass.
and I
And
heard the
everyone,
qualifications.
it was everyone who was like, when are they going to start moving?
Yeah. But did you hear what the qualifications were?
No.
You had to be like 5'7" to like 5'11" or something like that. And
I
then
couldn't do
they
it.
wanted you to have marching band experience.
Oh, so all the little bands, people
All the
Yeah,
got their
little
moment to
band
shine.
kids,
all the little band
all the
nerds.
band kids.
Aw, I'm so
That's
happy
so
for them.
fun.
Yeah, that's what
What
I've
a
heard.
moment
So,
for the band
They earned
kids.
it. Because
yeah.
I quit band right before the marching part started because I didn't want to march.
I don't know how to play a musical instrument, so I could not have been part of the band.
I quit band after 6th grade.
I never tried.
I
Um,
played the flute.
that doesn't surprise me. Jillian, what did you play? Did you play the
I
clarinet?
was I was the clarinet.
I knew it.
Basic.
Okay, I was the clarinet because my mom was a clarinet, so we owned one.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but I wanted to be trumpet or percussion. And the guy that came to like test us to see what instruments we could play, he was like, "Yeah, you can't play the trumpet." Didn't tell me why I couldn't, and then didn't mention anything about percussion. And he's like, "So you're a clarinet?" And I said, "Okay, fine."
Um, I got tested for every single instrument and I got told I couldn't play any of them. So
I didn't know
I
there was
went into
a
choir.
test.
That's
Well,
probably
I was supposed to like blow into something, but he never had me blow into anything. So I'm like, "How do you
oh.
know I can't play the trumpet?"
I was literally never tested.
Hmm.
I don't know what this is.
It was like something, I don't know. Because Jillian, you were in a public school at that point, were you?
Yeah, I was.
Oh, maybe it was a public school thing then.
Well, I played band at a public school because we were co-op.
I don't know then. I just remember I
You were
got
at a small
tested.
school. Anyway, good for the band kids. The wedding during the halftime show was real though.
That was wild.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was crazy.
I love that for them.
That's
That's such a
why
fun
The
you
story.
fact,
invite celebrities to your wedding.
yeah, the fact that they like invited him to their wedding and he was like, "Let me do you one better.
Yeah.
I'm gonna marry you during
I
the
also
Super Bowl
loved that
halftime show."
TikTok immediately was like, Madison Humphrey, where
Oh,
are you
yeah.
at?
It's like Madison Humphrey, how do you get to do this? Oh, yeah. Wow, that's funny. I didn't even think about that. Um, yeah, the wedding was really neat. Honestly, it was very pretty. Like the whole show was very pretty. Like I liked
I did
things.
poorly in Spanish. I would like this to be public record. I got a
True.
C in Spanish, my worst grade ever, pretty much. Um, didn't understand pretty much a word, but fun dancing. I liked that he had like actual businesses
Yeah.
as the little shops and stuff. Like it was very thought out, and I liked
Yes.
that.
Yeah, I don't speak Spanish either. I don't really listen to Bad Bunny, so I didn't really recognize anything that was happening, but I got the themes and I got the story
Mm-hmm.
that he was trying to tell, and I could enjoy the performance without knowing what exactly was being said.
Yeah,
I could get the gist. So, I enjoyed it. I think I've enjoyed more like other performers more. But that's again probably because I've actually listened to their music and followed their music
yeah,
versus I don't listen to Bad Bunny.
yeah. That's what I was gonna say. Like Rihanna, like I like have listened to pretty much all her music, so like I really liked
Yeah,
her halftime show.
I knew every single Rihanna song that she
Yeah,
sang. So, yeah, I like related to that one very, very much because I knew
yeah.
everything that she was singing and I could sing along. So that was part of the fun.
Yeah.
But otherwise, kind of a boring game.
Yeah. But Charlie Puth and the
I
national
didn't
anthem,
watch it. I need to watch.
it was so good.
He announced
I
they're having
haven't.
a baby today.
Aw.
Yeah, there's going to be a
I
little Pooh.
didn't actually watch it, but I saw the like end of it that we saw at the Super Bowl.
I went back and rewatched it, and he did great.
Yeah, I
He's
need to rewatch
fantastic.
it. I
He should be a
haven't.
bigger artist.
He should be a
He was
bigger
just out
artist.
there with his piano. Taylor Swift said it.
I know. No, he's fantastic. I love him.
I love when he goes on talk shows and he just like
He's like, let's make a song.
makes
Yeah.
something right there.
Him and Jimmy Fallon are two, like them together just make me laugh.
Yes.
I love them. Cool. Exciting. Um,
Okay,
anything
what
else?
about the Super Bowl commercials?
Oh. Hold on. I have something to say. Sorry, you just triggered something. Okay, so in the second half of the game, there was a Lay's commercial that put out a 72-hour challenge that said, "We bet that we can deliver to you a Lay's potato chip bag to your door within 72 hours." Um,
Huh.
and if we don't do that, then we owe you a year's supply of Lay's potato chips. Okay?
That won't get to
So,
your door.
I don't know. But it was all free, by the way. This 72-hour challenge was free.
Okay.
So the QR code flashed up on the screen. My dad and I like watched it and we're like, huh, what is that? And it went away before I could like scan it. So my dad rewound it a little bit and we did it. And it took a little bit to get in because there was so many people like on it, like trying to get their, information put in. But eventually I got, all my information put in and they're like, okay, your Lay's potato chips are on the way. And then I promptly forgot about it, kind of. I was like, oh, I did the 72-hour challenge. And then I forgot.
Did you
Guess
get them?
what was on my doorstep when I got home today?
Some Lay's potato
Some
chips.
Lay's potato chips. So I don't get my, Lay's chips for a year because it
Lifetime
was within 72
supply.
That's
hours.
fun.
But I thought that
I
was kind
don't.
of a fun thing.
That is
That is
fun.
fun.
I don't necessarily eat that many Lays to have like a need for a year-long supply, but that's a fun like thing. Like I would have
Yeah.
done it if I saw it.
If they were baked chips, I would have been all over that.
Yeah, it
I
was
guess
just
they
their
didn't
normal
say it. Just
real potato.
Lay's.
I will
Um,
say though that Alec kind of spoiled the fun because he was like, "Oh, you gave them your name. You gave them your email. You gave them your address, and now they're gonna go sell that to all these third parties and da 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 da." And I was like, "Stop ruining my fun. Thank you."
Well, so how many third parties already have that? So
Yeah, truly.
yeah,
what's a few more?
it's not special anymore.
No.
No. So I did enjoy that commercial. Did you guys see any commercials that you liked?
Well, the Lay's commercial before that one, I guess, was really cute.
Yeah. Where it was like the dad with his little daughter, and then she was like growing up,
And they're farming the
and they're
potatoes.
farming
Yeah.
together, and then he's old and she's still farming and he's retiring, and it was sweet.
Yeah, that was cute.
That's very cute. My personal favorite was the Pepsi ad with the polar bear.
Yeah, that was good.
Jillian loves that Pepsi stole the polar bear because she thought during Coke's Christmas commercial they
Yeah.
looked over the bear
They were sleeping on the polar
and
bears.
focused too much on squirrels.
Yes. I don't know
Yep.
if you saw their Christmas ad, but the
I don't
squirrels
remember
appeared
if I did.
twice for no reason.
Yeah, the squirrels do appear twice, like near the beginning and then right at the end, so they are like kind of focal pointed.
Yeah.
And the bear isn't really
The
a
bear's
focal
there, but
point.
like they just brushed past it.
Yeah.
So I thought it was super funny that they incorporated like the blind taste test and the polar bear picks Pepsi
Yeah.
because like people have been doing that, like the
Uh,
Pepsi or Coke challenge or whatever, and they're
I've
like,
done it.
oh. um, and then like, the polar bear has an identity crisis and goes to a therapist and stuff. And then they did the Coldplay like cheating
Yes, they
couple
did.
thing.
They did. They did
It's
do that.
it's so funny.
That couple will never live it down.
No, so that one got a good giggle out of me. But I didn't love most of them.
The weirdest one I saw, I think, was the Liquid IV one, where there was just all these
Yes.
toilets.
Yeah.
Yes.
They were like, "What color is your pee? You might be dehydrated. Here's some Liquid IV."
Yeah, that was like playing. I was like, what the heck is this? And
Yeah,
then it
I was
like
trying to
it
figure it
got to
out.
the end and Jillian was like, liquid IV.
That
Yeah.
was kind of like I mean that's kind of the thing with Super Bowl commercials is it's like the main commercial means nothing to whatever the product it's leading up to.
Yeah.
Um so
Or
some
there
of
was
them
like
were pretty funny.
the Backstreet Boys, which was just like karaoke, like singing along. It was all the
The
lyrics.
Backstreet Boys were in two different commercials. They were in a T-Mobile commercial and then the
It was
was
like
that for crypto?
crypto. Yeah.
Yeah.
Benson Boone.
Benson
What
Boone
was
was
he
in
in?
one. He was in the Instacart.
Can't remember if I
It
saw
was
that one.
him and Ben
They were
Stiller.
like
Mm.
dancing on the
Oh,
stage
And he
yes.
does
I
a
did see
flip,
that.
and Ben
and
Stiller's
he does
like,
a flip.
I'll do the flip.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I did see that one. Um,
I
there was another
know
one.
Charles Leclerc was in
Yes! The
one. I
Pokemon.
didn't see it, but I
It
know
was
he
in
was in it.
Pokemon. I remember hearing Charles's voice. I was not watching the commercial. I was reading, and all of a sudden I could hear the little French accent, and I looked up and I was like,
Charles.
"Charles?" And it showed him again, and I was like, "Charles!" I got very excited.
um,
It was
but
so
speaking of
funny.
F1, Cadillac also
Yes,
showcased
they
their
muted.
livery. It looks
It
very
looks
sleek.
good.
I like
It
it.
looks good. I thought it was fun that it was part of the um Super Bowl.
They're really leaning into We're from America.
Yeah,
Yeah.
100%.
There also was the State Farm ad that
The one that
for
was building up.
for me and Jillian was built up. It depends on what like platform you watch, but because we were watching Charmed, we had commercials and it had been built up. Like they made like a pre-ad for the
Mhm.
ad that was like halfway their insurance.
Oh,
And
yeah.
um
And then the ad
it was
was about
fine.
they sang the Bon Jovi song half like "Living on a Prayer." We're halfway there. Haley Steinfeld was in it. Like there's a lot of big name people in it.
Yeah.
They just kind of threw a lot into the commercial.
Yeah. It was kind of like just crazy, it felt like.
Yeah, I also saw that because I've been watching Criminal Minds on Paramount where I have commercials. So I've seen
Hmm.
the there stuff.
Yeah. But also, I feel like a lot of the commercials we did see are commercials that I have been seeing for at least a week, probably more for most of them. And I feel like that was like the novelty of the Super Bowl is it was all brand new commercials, like never seen before commercials for every single company that was putting them out. And I think somehow we fell away from that where they're, I don't know, trying to get more bang for their buck or something.
Yeah.
But like you can use them after the Super Bowl because they've been debuted. But I think like the fun part of it was like it was like a debut of commercials. So like it was a fun kind of crazy commercial that was the first time you were seeing it as well. And
Mhm.
it was like an overload of all these. And it's not really that anymore because it's a lot of commercials you've already seen.
Yeah. Yeah. I agree. I feel like I saw a lot of them. I also, and maybe I missed this because I wasn't paying super close attention, but I didn't see any of the Jesus commercials like last year or the year before.
Mm-mm. There was one about anti-Semitism,
Yes, I
but
did see that
that
one.
was the only one I saw at least, and we didn't watch the whole thing. So
There
Last
yeah,
year
was
there was
also,
multiple.
there
yeah, there
was.
was. There was also one random local commercial.
I think they always do that.
I've never noticed that before.
Yeah, they
It
do a local spot every once in a while.
was kind of weird.
Um, but I did not see a Doritos commercial,
Me neither.
and I feel like theirs are
They've been
usually
big.
yeah.
Mm,
Yeah, Doritos is like known for their Super Bowl commercial. They one year when I was little, they did like a contest because our cousin entered it. Like you could like make your own video ad for it, and whoever won was who got played at the Super Bowl ad.
yeah. Hmm. Trying to
So
think.
overall, Super Bowl a little underwhelming.
Yeah, I've already told you this, but I'm going to say it for the podcast. My favorite Super Bowl commercial was not really a commercial. It was like my Super Bowl moment. Was years and years and years ago when the power went out at the Super Bowl and Oreo posted on Twitter. This is how archaic this is. Posted on Twitter, you can still eat Oreos in the dark.
That is very good of
That's good.
them.
Their social
Way to
media
hop,
person was
way to hop on
on
that.
it.
Yeah, yeah. They got on that right away.
Yeah.
Was it
So,
manufactured at all?
no,
No.
I didn't know. I
no,
don't know what moment we're talking about.
no. I can't remember what
I
year.
haven't really watched very many Super Bowls.
It might have been when I was in high school, I think.
So years ago.
Okay. Don't be rude. But yes, I did graduate high school some time ago. Um, but yeah, there was something happened and like half the stadium went dark and
Mm,
they had to fix it. And while we were like they were paused trying to fix it, Oreo posted that. And it got
that's
like
good.
huge amount of attention.
That's
That's pretty
good.
good.
Fantastic. Yeah, but that's all my Super Bowl. My spaghetti and meatballs was delicious.
That's
Good.
good.
I ate too much.
I don't know if the podcast heard about that.
I think I mentioned that we were doing spaghetti and
Yeah,
meatballs.
you said you made the
Okay.
meatballs already.
Yeah,
Well, I didn't know if that was on the podcast or just on a call.
yeah. Um, Yeah, Alec and his brother made the spaghetti and meatballs, had family, hang out, good times. It's a pretty chill day, honestly.
I opened presents. We had cake,
What kind of cake did you have on Super Bowl Sunday?
confetti Walmart cake.
Delicious.
Alec, or not Alec, sorry. Jacob made pulled pork
Barbecue.
barbecue.
Yeah.
We had mac and cheese. What else was
Fruit.
there?
Fruit, chips, and dip.
Fruit chips and dip.
Fun.
Pretty tasty meal.
Little
Yeah.
fun.
Is just a little get
Cool.
together.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, Super Bowl parties aren't that exciting when you don't care about the people.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, if it was like a team I really cared about
Yeah.
and you're with a bunch of other people who really care about that team, that's fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, like even the people we were with, like no one had any
None of them
stakes in the
cared.
game.
No.
No one
Jacob
cared.
was literally wearing Bengals gear.
Yeah.
Funny. Did you guys see that TikTok that some girl hosted like a Super Bowl party with all of her like girlfriends and she put on the 2014 Super Bowl to see if
I
anyone would
did see
notice?
that. I did, and it was like really focusing on Tom Brady,
Yeah.
and they like nobody noticed.
Yeah. I think she said that they made it maybe to halftime and like nobody noticed.
And then at halftime, they're like, "Where's Bad Bunny?"
Yeah.
That's so funny. Who was the halftime that year?
Ugh.
You guys know?
Don't
Hold
know.
on, I'll Google it because I
What year was
don't.
that? 2014.
Yeah.
That might have been like.
It was Bruno Mars.
Mm,
Okay. Yeah, speaking of Bruno Mars, why was he not in the halftime show?
with Lady Gaga for the Die with a Smile.
Yeah. Or yeah.
Yeah.
It's just a question.
Like that specific song is specifically the two of them.
Mm-hmm. Is Bad
Like,
Bunny not even in that song?
No.
no. It is Bruno Mars and Lady Gaga.
Why didn't they do Cardi B's song then? Cardi B was there.
Yeah.
Fascinating. Oh,
That was the
wait.
only English part.
Yeah. Was the Super Bowl where Lewis Hamilton and Kim K
They kissed
announced,
on camera.
yeah, debuted in
Yeah.
their relationship?
Yeah. Sad.
So do we think that she's going to be getting a lot of action from the F1 cameras in the garage this year?
They
Probably.
better not. Are you kidding me?
It's like Taylor Swift
Yeah.
showing up at the
But
Chiefs games.
there's plenty of celebrities at these F1 races, then they don't focus on them.
That's true. She
They
hasn't
don't
Yeah,
been
but
need
to
to
it's
make a
F1.
big
different
deal
being
about
a
it.
celebrity versus being a girlfriend.
She
They
has been
focus
to
on the
F1.
girlfriends when you win. So if Lewis
Right.
Hamilton wins, they can focus on Kim Kardashian.
Or if like something bad happens, like a crash or something.
Yeah.
That's when I'll allow it. Otherwise, no.
You don't get to allow anything, just so you know.
I'm interested to see how he does this year.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Especially
I
since
heard,
Charles seems pretty happy.
yeah, I
So
heard
The first
Lando
time
was
in
the
a long
fastest
time.
today. First day, Lando was the
yeah,
fastest.
yeah.
Max was the
I
fastest in the
haven't
morning, but Lando was the fastest of the day.
I haven't got to watch any
I
yet.
think it's shaping up to be a pretty competitive year.
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
You'll
I
have
think
Mercedes with their cheating engine.
I think all the new
You're just
regulations
jealous.
and pretty much everyone having to completely restart with the liveries is making it way more interesting.
Yeah,
I'm a
and the
little
whole
worried about
MoMA.
Williams.
Yeah. I don't know if they're going to do as well this year.
which is
I just
sad
thought it
because
was
I
really
love
funny
Carlos.
because like Claude or something, one of the AI is sponsoring Williams,
Mhm.
and they like did an ad about it, and they just had like an unfinished Williams livery. I know. And they're like, we're proud to be partnered with Williams. And I was like,
Oh
ooh.
Ew.
my gosh. Speaking of AI, what was that ad we saw, Jillian?
There are so many AI ads. Are you talking about the
No, no,
robots
no.
drinking vodka?
No. The one where she was like a therapist.
Oh, there was one where it was literally like an AI generated woman was like answering this man's questions and sounded like AI and everything. And then like she just disappears. And the whole thing is like,
She also was like so unsettling looking and like it felt serial killery.
What was the ad for?
I feel like I don't even remember.
it was, I think it was still for AI.
No, it was for something that was like everything else is having AI, we don't,
Oh,
If it was a
which is why
therapist, was
she
it like
disappeared.
BetterHelp or something?
no,
It
it was
wasn't
not.
BetterHelp, but I feel like it might have been some sort of therapy thing.
It could have been. I don't remember. I was just really concerned because the lady, like, it was giving, like, she looked very real, but you could also, like, there's something about her where you're like, that's just not right.
Yeah.
And then the way she talked was clearly AI.
But like it was almost to the point where I was like, it it seemed like it might have been a real person who was given like the AI script,
Mhm.
if that makes sense, like who was supposed to be acting like the AI. But like there was just something so unsettling and like it felt like you were like in a room with a serial killer.
That's intense.
Yeah.
I don't think I watched that one. Was that one like early on?
I don't think it was Super Bowl. I think it was something that was an Olympic ad.
Oh, okay, then I haven't seen it. I'll have to look it up. That's kind of
Yeah,
creepy.
if you can find it since we don't even remember what it was for.
Well, you put in enough keywords, AI will find it for me.
True.
Um, Interesting. I can't remember any more Super Bowl ads. I did finish my book though. Not
Yay.
the Super Bowl night, but I did finish Brimstone finally. It's only taken me 4 months to do so.
How was it?
I gave it a 3 star.
Okay, how do your stars work?
5 stars is like perfect book. Would change nothing. Loved it. 4 stars is like this was pretty good. Might read again. Like I would probably read it again, but maybe it's just like not. It wasn't like as good as my top book or something like that. Um, 3 stars was like this was okay. Like it was generally an okay book. I might not want to read it again, but I didn't like absolutely hate it. Like decent. 2 stars is like this wasn't my favorite read of all time. 1 star is DNF or I hated this book. Or I hated like something caused me to hate this book.
Okay.
Okay. So it was like decent. I like the ending, which is the same as I had for the first book, Quicksilver. I really liked the ending of Quicksilver. I thought the middle dragged a little bit. Brimstone, I felt the same kind of thing. Middle dragged a lot.
Okay.
Um, I probably will read the last book in the series just because it's going to be the last book and it'll finish it. And I'm
You
interested
made
to
it
see if
this
she
far.
can. Yeah, I've made it this far and I'm curious. She's left a lot of open things, like things that she has to tie off at the end and, wrap in a neat little bow. And I just want to see if she can actually do it.
Fair enough.
Yeah. Though, who knows? Maybe it'll take me 4 months to read that book too, whenever it comes out.
I'm glad you said your scale, Miranda, because our scales are slightly different.
What are your scales?
Well, you were like 5 stars, like a perfect book, and 5 star for me is a book I would read again because if I'm gonna read it again, it's a good book because I'm not usually gonna read a book again because first of
Yeah,
all I'm a slow reader, so reading a book twice is a commitment.
it's a commitment.
Let
Yeah,
alone like if it's in a series or something. And four is like it was pretty good, no notes really, wouldn't necessarily pick up again.
yeah,
And then three is like usually it's like those like fluffy books that are like kind of like getting you back into the groove of reading.
yeah.
And then two is like would never read this ever again. Probably would not recommend this to anyone. And one is like dumpster fire. Like I can't believe anybody
That's
wrote
for
this. It's
sure.
complete trash.
Well, I want to give you some kind of like idea. Okay, so like so far this year, I've only given one 5 star,
Mm.
and that was The Last Letter by Rebecca Yarros. 5 stars. I've given one 2 star,
Hmm.
and that was An Offer from a Gentleman by Julia Quinn, Benedict's love story, because it's my least favorite Bridgerton book. So, just to give you an idea, I give a lot of things 3 stars.
Yeah. I have I usually am in like the 3 and 4 range
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
when I'm reading stuff. Well, because usually I don't even get to low enough to 1 and 2 because there's no way I'm
because you
finishing
stop
it.
reading.
Because,
Yeah.
yeah, if I can't even finish it, it's a 1 or 2.
Mm-hmm. But now you have your Kindle, so you can read more.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna have to do
True.
But,
book
like,
club.
not really.
Now that we have all have Kindles, we can do book club.
Yeah, but, like, I still really can't read more. It just makes it easier and I don't have to spend as much money.
Yeah,
We were wondering if like Kindle Unlimited is worth it.
I have it.
Is it worth it?
So, like, it's
I
the
think
two
it's
of us on the
For
same
like the
one.
books for the books you have access to. Is it worth it?
I like it. It gives me variety.
Well, and the thing is, both of us are on the same account,
Yeah.
so it would be both of us using the Kindle Unlimited.
I think if you read enough, yes, it's worth it.
Okay.
So you guys, Jillian, you need to read more.
I was going to say, maybe let's evaluate after this year, Jillian, and
Okay.
like next Christmas we can decide.
Yeah,
Because just me, I don't think it's worth it because I
I would agree.
like physically can't read that many books.
Yeah.
But
Or
if it's
maybe
the
after
two
you
of
two
us,
stop
it might be
living
worth
together and you need other hobbies.
So just in a few months.
Yeah, maybe with this summer.
I don't
Unless
get
you're
how. So, like, you say, like, you can read more. How do you think you read more with a Kindle versus, like, just a book, Miranda?
I read more because I guess I can read like when I have a physical book, I feel like I have to read. I'm trying to explain it. Like I read in bed a lot, but I like to
Mm-hmm.
like move around and change sides, and sometimes it's uncomfortable to read from a physical book with the way that I lay while I'm reading.
Mm-hmm.
And like even sometimes I'll take it like on car rides or like I'll take it and like while we're waiting for something, I'll pull out my Kindle. Now, it's harder for me to stop and like pull out a book and start reading versus it's a lot easier for me to just hold my Kindle in my hand and it like pulls up exactly to the page that I'm on. So I guess I feel like I have more time to read my Kindle because it's a lot easier to access and pick up where I left off.
Okay.
But
The
I'm also the
only
type of person that can read anywhere.
the only thing I really relate to with that is like the moving around, trying to get comfy while you're
Mm-hmm.
reading. And like a physical book, it's harder. I would have read the Fourth Wing book so much faster if I had the Kindle at that point because I was like just getting
Faster
cozy in
than
the
you already
couch.
did?
Yeah, because I would have to like take breaks to eat and stuff because I had to use two hands to hold it open.
Yeah, but if
I
you're
do
if
get
it's
that.
strapped to your hand,
I do get that. That well, even our Kindle cases have like a little like kickstand so that we.
mm-hmm.
I guess I could show you right now.
Yeah, mine does too. Hold on, I'll show you mine. Oh, hold on.
They're
We've got this
from,
little stand,
I think we have the same Kindle case.
and so like it can sit up while we're eating, which is my biggest problem with reading a physical book. I think because I can't eat and read at the same time. So,
Here's
but
mine.
I will prioritize reading over eating.
I mean, I generally did too, but also just like, I was just like trying to lay in a different position
Yeah,
and I'd get kind of like uncomfortable because I'm like, oh, I have to lay a certain way to hold the book open.
I do
yeah.
understand that.
And you also have to understand that, and now you guys don't do this, but I share a bed. So sometimes I will want to be reading and Alec will want to go to bed. Like he'll want lights off, time to go to sleep. And I'm not quite done yet. And so it's a lot easier for me to have my Kindle because I can read and keep the lights off. And he's good.
Yeah.
Yep.
Plus, this will be easier for like going to the pool or going to the beach or
Hmm.
things like that too.
Yeah, beach reading would be very different with the Kindle.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because I never really wanted to bring a book because it got wet or sandy or something like that.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Or the pages were like, glaring.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Well, I was just curious because like I have the Kindle app on my phone,
Yeah, I do too.
so I have like had the like mobility aspect of reading. So I don't think I'm necessarily going to read any more than I already am. Because also even at
Yeah,
work, like I'm still just reading on my phone. I'm not bringing my Kindle to work.
yeah,
But like at home, I've been reading on it, and but like I'm not going to be able to use it in the car.
yeah. Because
Like that's not going to be any different than a physical book for me.
yeah. It'll be nicer on trips though. Like if you want to bring
Yeah.
your Kindle on a trip.
Yeah. That is
I'm
true.
excited about that.
I really
Uh,
liked reading on my Kindle in the car.
yeah, it just depends on if you can or not. I
Now you
can
can
for
do.
short bits because I get super motion sick.
I can hardly look at my phone for short bits.
Yeah, that's
And I have the
that's okay
motion
too.
sick thing turned on my phone.
Yeah. I will say too though that I do like reading on my Kindle more than I like reading on my phone because
The
I get
screen is
very
different.
well, yes, for sure. But also I get very easily distracted by notifications on my phone. And obviously that doesn't pop up on my Kindle.
Not I. If I'm like doing something on my phone like that, I'm like
Locked
zoned in
in.
on that
Yeah,
usually.
that's the same for
I
me.
I hardly even see the notifications. If it pops up and I'm at the top, I literally just swipe it away. I'm like, this is nonsense. I'm trying to read that line right there.
I'm like ADHD and I'm like squirrel. Then I go off and then I'm like, "Oh wait, I was reading." Not
The
doom
funny thing
scrolling on
is
my
I
phone for
am
20 minutes.
ADHD, but when I'm like it's really like the hyperfixation for me. Like I'm in that. Like that's what I'm in.
Yeah.
It's the same if I have a physical book. If I'm reading a book, I'm hardly doing anything else. I hardly even move. Just ask Jillian.
Hmm.
Well,
Jillian
I
and
will
Darby were so ready for me to be done with Onyx Storm. I was literally like just walking around with it everywhere I was going. I would like they're like, "Would you like to come sit out in the living room with us?" And I'm bringing it with me. Not conversating, still just reading.
yeah, because it took you like 3 weeks to read it.
I'm a slow reader.
I know. Um, Just drop my Kindle. I was going to say something else and I totally forgot because my Kindle's on the ground now.
I think part of my problem with like being like with reading is if I do set the book down at all, I'm not picking it back up. Even if I love it.
What do you
What do you
mean?
mean?
It's the same thing with like hobbies.
But what do you mean,
Like
like, set it down?
like if I don't read it for 2 days, I'm never reading it again.
Okay.
Interesting.
If I have to close it and I can't get to it for a couple days, I'm never gonna pick that book up again. I'll probably find a different book, but never that one again.
Can't say the same. As I read Brimstone over the course of 4 months.
Yeah, I can't really do that.
It's okay. Different strokes for different folks.
Yeah.
I will compile as I go my Kindle Unlimited books that I love to read so that you can read them.
Okay.
Oh, also, I mean, if you do want them, I think the Bridgerton stories, the ones that have seasons out, are on Kindle Unlimited.
I'm
Hmm.
not gonna read those.
Yeah, since you basically told me they're not the same, I just like the seasons so much that I'm like, I'm not gonna mess with
Just telling you in case you
it.
ever wanted to. They're pretty short. They're not that long.
I simply do not have the tolerance to read a book that I've already seen the movie for. The only book I've ever read that I have seen the movie for is the Harry Potter book. And I haven't even read all those.
Same.
So I
Like
feel like you would hate Kindle Unlimited.
even if people rave that the book is so much better than the movie or the show or whatever, I simply will not be reading it if I've already seen the show or movie.
You have some very strong stances
For
I
at
I
very
don't know.
random things.
for being 22 years
I
old.
I can't tell you what it is, but I just simply will not be reading it. I'm sorry.
I mean, it doesn't
I
bother
know
me.
that's like sacrilegious to a lot of book lovers, but just can't do it. I know the gist of the story. That's all I'll remember anyways. I'm
Jillian, are
not
you the
gonna
same?
remember all these.
Um, well, my opinion of Harry Potter so far is making me maybe rethink this because I think I have 2 chapters left in the Harry Potter book. I've made it pretty far.
You have.
Um,
I told
but
you
yeah,
the first book is exactly the same.
well, that's my problem is I'm just like, this is taking forever, and I've already like seen the scene happen in my head.
Yeah. The first book is so similar. I can't remember. I think the second book is pretty similar too. The fourth book, though, is so drastically different than the movie.
But I don't feel like I could just skip to the fourth book.
But you can. You already know what's
But
going to happen.
that feels wrong.
So
You guys and your rules.
I think that
Giving me a headache.
the reason I was able to read the first Harry Potter book and as quickly as I did is because that is my least watched Harry Potter movie,
Oh, I feel like that's
Really?
my most watched.
Yeah, I feel
which
like it's
I'm
my most
thinking is your
watched.
problem and why you can't get through the book version because you like know it.
Well, then I should fly through the second book because I've barely watched that movie.
I don't. The second one is my least favorite movie, and I
Sacrilege.
think probably my least favorite book because I had to listen to it to get through. I could not read it.
I love I love the second Harry Potter movie.
I've only read the first and
Is
second
that
book, but
like is that like one of your favorites of the Harry
It's like
Potters?
top 3.
Really?
interesting.
Half-Blood, Prisoner of Azkaban, and then probably Chamber of Secrets.
Interesting.
Really?
I know it's kind of a hot take.
I
Uh,
I like the first one, but they're just like so little, and it's just like a completely different vibe. I feel like, and I just don't like the second one. I don't know what to tell you. I just don't.
Sad.
Um, it's my
I
least
just
favorite. So I
I
usually start like if I'm just like putting one on, I'll start somewhere like 3 through 8.
I want you to read them because there's like my favorite character in the entire Harry Potter series, book series, is Ginny. I love Ginny Weasley. But movie Ginny Weasley was not done justice. Like, and I don't blame the actress,
I
I
didn't
blame the
like her.
writers. I get it. I understand. People did not like movie Ginny. And that's because the writers did not do her character justice. She is funny. She is girl next door. She is younger Weasley sister. Like, she's perfect in the books. And you see just none of her personality in the movie.
I feel like my hot take on the Harry Potter movies was I wanted Harry and Hermione to be together because Ron gave me the ick all the time. And I was like,
Yeah,
why would Hermione be with him?
I'm with you there. I was about to say I don't know if it's a hot take because I agree, but then Miranda was like, no.
I mean, it's a take for sure. I get it. I understand it. I certainly understand, especially in the movie. I feel like those two were more made to be together than other characters.
hmm
The books might change your mind, but I also think I just don't like Ron very much. Like, I've never really liked Ron, so I would love for Hermione to be with somebody else. But Harry's taken by Ginny Weasley. Maybe Draco. Maybe she could have changed him for the better, made him an actual decent person.
That's literally like a whole fandom.
Oh, it is for sure. Hermione.
Yeah,
Yep.
I kind of agree with them. I don't disagree,
Yeah.
especially when you know about Tom Felton and Emma.
Yeah. And their love
Then
behind the
it
scenes.
just like it sends it home.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's a lot of Harry Potter hot takes. I'm sure I could have way more. I know so much about Harry Potter. It's kind of ridiculous.
I also feel like I've been told most of the things that are in the books that are not in the movies.
Like,
Like the stuff with Hermione kind of having more of a sassy personality and like where she turns the reporter into a beetle and traps her in a jar for like all of the fourth book.
that is not true.
Okay, what happens?
I know. Maybe you should read the fourth book and find out what the real story is.
Okay.
I give you permission. As a Harry Potter fan nerd, I give you permission to skip books 2 and 3 and skip straight to 4.
That feels so wrong.
Yeah, I just cannot do that. If
Maybe
I'm reading a
I'll.
series, I'm reading the series. And honestly, I prefer to read series because of my intensity of when I'm reading. It is so hard to move on to something new after I read something
Mhm.
that I prefer a series because then like I can read a few books at a time.
See, I read like 7 different things at the same time, so it doesn't bother me.
Oh, I could not do that.
I read a lot of things at the same time.
I would get them so mixed up.
Jillian, maybe
I
you should try the
generally.
challenge. You should try the Harry Potter challenge
What's
for the
that?
next 2, where you put on the movie and see if you can finish the book in the amount of time
If
that the
the
movie.
movie's on, I'm gonna watch the movie.
Silent
That
film
doesn't
it.
work. That doesn't work for me. Maybe so. Maybe a muted TV.
Yeah.
Even if it's muted, I'm locked in on the TV.
You guys are so
Maybe we'll
weird.
try it. Maybe I'll
I can
try it with the
I can
second.
read lips well enough to figure out what's happening.
Especially when
See,
you have the captions on.
yeah, I've seen them
Yeah.
enough times that I probably could tell you what's being said, but at the same time, because I've seen them so much that I can ignore them. You feel me?
I haven't seen them in like quite a few months though. So they'd be like newish again for me that I'd
Okay,
be paying
never
attention
mind.
to the movie.
Jillian, my challenge for you is that you finish the last 2 chapters of book 1 and that you start book 2
By when?
by next podcast. It is not that hard.
I'm going on a trip this weekend.
I don't care.
We can read the last 2 chapters while I'm driving. You read fast enough.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Fine. Challenge
Okay.
accepted.
Jillian, would you like to come to my screen?
Yeah, hold on.
Okay, so what are you guys doing? Tell the audience.
Okay, we are picking our new show. We finished Charmed.
Scooch over.
Look at me.
Yeah.
Jesus. I can't scoot over. All my presents are over here. You can't fully be in. Just be in. Your whole face cannot be in, and we'll be in when it's a big thing.
Scooch it.
No.
Okay.
Do you see what it is stacked up on? Okay, we're drawing for the next show that we watch. Okay?
Gotcha.
We just finished Charmed. We put a bunch of shows in a hat. We're gonna do the game where it's we're not watching. And then whatever one is in there last is what we are watching.
Okay,
Okay?
All right.
go ahead.
And I
We
got
are not watching Sabrina the Teenage Witch.
Sad. Classic 90s, early 2000s.
We are not watching Parenthood.
Okay. Haven't seen that one. Can't tell you much.
We are not watching Chuck.
Haven't seen that one either, but I heard it's really good.
We're not watching West Wing.
My sister's obsessed with that show. I haven't seen it.
I don't really know what it is.
We are not watching the Arrowverse.
So
I
sad.
really wanted that one. We are not watching Mad Men.
Okay.
Daniela doesn't know what that one's about.
No,
That's okay. You don't have to watch Mad Men.
We are not watching Lost.
if we did watch
I know
Lost,
how it
would we
ends.
start completely over?
Huh?
If we did watch Lost, would we start completely over from where I'm at?
It's up to wherever you remember.
I have never made it to the end. We are not watching X-Files.
Okay.
We are not watching Peaky Blinders.
Ah, that was what I was hoping for. I love Peaky Blinders.
We are watching Beverly Hills 90210.
How fun.
Nice.
How many seasons is that?
10.
Wow. So that'll keep you entertained.
Yeah, that was the goal. Most of these are older shows that we're on actual live TV and have actual seasons.
Yeah.
We are going to keep all of the names except for the one that we're going to be watching so that when we finish,
That's how you
Beverly
pick your
Hills.
next.
we'll pick our next from what's left in that.
Okay. Well, now that you've picked your episode or your next TV show, I think it's time to say goodnight, goodbye, and
Goodbye.
See
see you next time. Jinx.